Thank you, Travis. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin in Brazil. At least 44 people have been killed in Brazil as devastating mudslides and floods swept through a mountainous region in Rio de Janeiro state, local authorities confirmed. The city of Metropolis was struck by a deluge on Tuesday, and Mayor Rubens Montembo said the number of dead could rise as rescuers picked through the wreckage. A total of 21 people have been recovered alive as civilians joined the official recovery efforts early Wednesday. The state fire department said late Tuesday the area saw 25.8 cm, just over 10 inches of rainfall within 3 hours on Tuesday, almost as much as during the previous 30 days combined. Governor Claudio Castro said the situation was almost like war and that all the state government's heavy machinery was being called in to help dig out the buried area in desperate hunt for survivors. He told journalists that soldiers were already working in the stricken area, which saw more than 900 deaths from heavy rainfall in January 2011. Now for some Venezuelan news. Colombian businessman linked to Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro was secretly signed up by the Drug Enforcement Administration as a cooperating source in 2018 and gave agents information about bribes he paid to Venezuelan officials, according to new court records unsealed Wednesday in the closely watched corruption case. Alex Saab forfeited nearly $10 million of his fortune as part of his cooperation agreement with the United States, which included several meetings with the United States law enforcement in his native Colombia and elsewhere. However, he was deactivated as a source after failing to meet a May 30, 2019 deadline to surrender himself. 2 months later, he was indicted in Miami federal courts on charges of siphoning off millions from state contracts to build affordable housing for Venezuela's socialist government. The U.S. has described Saab as the main person for corruption in Venezuela, someone who reaped huge windfall profits from contracts to import food while millions in South American nations starved. The Maduro government considers him a diplomat who was kidnapped while on a humanitarian mission made more urgent by U.S. sanctions. Over to Haiti. The fate of an accused suspect and former politician in the murder of Haitian President Jovenel Moïse has once more been put on hold while authorities in Jamaica ponder whether to grant his wife and 2 children asylum. Former Haitian Senator John Joel Joseph, who has been charged with illegal entry into Jamaica after he, his wife, and 2 sons were arrested in the month of rural St. Elizabeth Parish, was told by a judge Tuesday to return to court on March 3rd. This is the second time that Joseph, whose travel documents list his last name as John, had his case postponed. During an initial appearance after his arrest, his case was pushed back to February 15th after his attorney asked the court for more time. On Tuesday, Martin confirmed that the matter had been remanded for March 3rd after he confirmed at the court that he filed an application to Jamaica's Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency for refugee status on behalf of the former senator's wife and his children. U.S. authorities, however, have their eyes on Joseph, and FBI agents have already started interviewing him, according to sources familiar with the case. And now for a final story coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. Following increased gang warfare last October and November, 3 security agencies are populating a gang database, acquiring associates of gangs, identifying people of interest in seizing firearms and narcotics. But a significant percentage of murders in the situation resulted from conflicts pertaining to land, relationships, and other domestic issues. National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines gave this information in the Senate on Tuesday, replying to queries from the UNC Senator Wade Mark. That has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Travis.